Man.
Yeah,
fuck.
this shit hit it on for Ed.
Yeah, man.
Talk to me about it.
One of my pet peeves, man. I don't like folks who pick on children, the elderly, or waste fucking food. It's one way to get on my shit list. And yeah, man, these motherfuckers came in and shut this lady down because she didn't have the proper permits. She's selling fucking fruit.
Yeah.
And they took all her crates and they fucking threw the food away.
Yeah.
They didn't even give them out. Just give it away to somebody. I'm sure the lady would have appreciated that more than them just seeing her shit get thrown away.
So it's a fucking crime wave in the Bronx right now.
Facts.
And these motherfuckers.
New York. Just say New York.
New York. I mean, only reason I say Bronx is because you're seeing this shitload of videos come out of the Bronx.
Yeah.
But it's a fucking crime wave in New York. And you telling me that the city officials, the thing that they were most concerned about was a fucking lady out here selling mangoes? It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
And she probably put her last into that, trying to get a couple dollars.
Yeah. She said she's been doing it for over 5 years. She said the red tape is ridiculous on trying to get the proper permits, and they're through the roof. Now, who got that kind of time during the damn pandemic?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Well,
it's fucking fruit.
It's capped. Their permits are capped at 5,000. And then, they have this application where they're doing 400 extra permits every year for the next 10 years. But, she's been denied. So she's screwed. She's absolutely screwed. You imagine being in a position where you have to sit on the side of the road and sell fruit, number one. And then number two,
in New York
City.
It's not like this. The weather's always to your favor.
Right. She was talking about how she stood there in the snow, in the rain.
Right.
And they gonna come and do this to her.
Right.
Like, this woman's committed to her community. She had a hustle, and now they busted her and threw away her entire stock. And the bad thing was they threw out this bullshit excuse that, oh yeah, well the health official has to sign off on food that we confiscate. We didn't call him. Shit gets thrown away.
Yep. That's all that happened because they didn't call.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make the phone call for the health official. And mind you, this is its own division.
Yeah.
It's not the police. It's they created this division for these damn street vendors to go around and checking their damn permits to make sure that they on the up and up.
You know what?
I call bullshit.
For as much as people say that New York is this amazing city that you need to visit, it's also a very fucking hard city. Like, I never understood the pride that New Yorkers have. You know what I mean? Like, I got rubs from the Bronx and shit like that, and it's just all the NY, and I'm like, the NY don't love nobody, man. They trying to get you out of there with the rent alone. They always gentrifying it.
Right.
But to go after, again, during the crime wave, to go after a woman selling fruit, who the fuck was she hurting? Who was she? Like, that's just overreach, and it's fucking bullying, man.
Hey, man.
She's holding her baby. Out of all the shit she could be doing, they don't go after. To me, it don't seem like they go after the corner boys as hard as they went after her ass.
It's fucking fruit, mind you. I'm sure it's somewhat of a food desert there.
It is.
Where the fuck are you gonna get fresh mangoes in New York?
It is. Also,
you know what I mean? And that's the shit that rub, man. It was like, y'all wasted. You know what I'm saying? Y'all threw away her whole inventory.
Now they got rid of competition. When you pull into a city, the first sign you see is entering corporation limits.
Got you.
There you go.
Got you.
If
Absolutely.
they created food deserts, it was for a reason. There was another person that is taking advantage of these people in a certain way. And then
it's probably Brian down there from the grocery store who getting his kickbacks and everything, getting all his shit from the union, getting everything delivered. And she got the hookup from somebody, pretty much on consignment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, just front me this, I'll get it off. You know what I mean? And I'll get you on the back end. It's fucking fruit. And they shut her down, man. I like I said, man, I just shit just rubbed me the wrong way.
Hey, man, you know, I mean, it just goes to everything wrong in this society. This shit ain't no different than shutting Homegirl down in LA, but letting the movie studio set up right next to her. So that
What happened?
remember we was talking about what Gavin Newsom did to one lady. She was crying because she had like 4 tables out in the back of her restaurant. They shut her down due to COVID, but like 10 feet away, he allowed the movie studios to set up tables.
Yeah,
because he said that the studios were essential.
See how that goes?
You know, you know, I mean,
it's enough for everybody to eat.
Absolutely.
The movie studio could have got catering from that lady's restaurant.
Absolutely.
It all goes hand in hand. That's what I'm saying. It's enough for everybody to eat. But when you start nitpicking and you going after, you know, the little mom and pops that may not have the right, you know, certification, man, that's when I got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with what she was doing, man. She's not running.
Right.
She's not hiding.
Right.
You know what I mean? She's been there in your face. You know, now all of a sudden it's an issue.
And it ain't like she was, this shit was a front for her to move some bricks. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Ain't like it was dime bags and mangoes shit. Why these mangoes $20 a pop? You know what I'm saying?
Come on, man. All the shit we could talk about in New York City, man. This is the only thing that stick out to me.
Right.
You know, all the crime rates going through the roof. You got motherfuckers on dirt bikes in fucking New York City.
Your mayor was trying to fuck all the female workers and interns and shit.
Just imagine.
You know what I'm saying?
If she was out there trying to sell pussy, they wouldn't have said a word to her.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy.
When you stand up and try to help your community,
try to get some pussy.
When you stand up and try to help your community, you know, you're against the corporate interests of someone.
And there it is, man. We can move on. That was it. That's it for me.
Right on,
like I said, man, I wanted to get it off my chest, man, but that was it.
That's fucked up.
Yep.
That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do? You know?
It's fucked up. Unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah, man. Trying to, you know, pull yourself up by your bootstrap.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Cause
you know, that whole deal.
And why, man, you know what? That's how a lot of them make their money, is that street vending shit.
Mm-hmm.
You got motherfuckers doing backflips over 10 people trying to make a couple dollars. Motherfuckers color by numbers trying to make some money out there. You know,
right?
Come on, man. Come on. Hey, Cuddy, real quick, let me ask you this question. That's what it just came back to me. Didn't that brother that was down there, I think it was Compton, or South Central, who was planting vegetables on the double strips down there?
The Gorilla Gardener.
The Gorilla Gardener. Didn't he have to go back and forth with the city about that shit?
Yeah.
They pulled all his shit up and he's like, yo, this is public territory. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not making a profit.
I remember him saying that he had, you know, he was, you know, going back at night or whatever to check on something. He saw a mother and her daughter, you know, taking the stuff, and he was like, "Ma'am, I planted this. You can have it. You ain't got to steal it.
Right.
Go ahead, take it. That's what it's there for.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I don't want you to feel ashamed." He was like, "That's what it's there for. Go ahead, take it."
Yeah. That dude's name is Ron Finley.
Ron Finley.
Ron Finley. He had an excellent show on excellent segment on TED Talks. So go check out Ron Finley.
Check him out.
He's the Gorilla Gardener. And just give you guys a little backstory on what happened. So this dude's a gardener. He lives in a food desert in South Central Los Angeles. And so there's a section between the street and the sidewalk that we call a devil strip. It has grass on it. It belongs to the city. However, the owner of the residence has to maintain that devil strip. Okay, so since he's a gardener, he decided to maintain that devil strip as a garden with fruits and vegetables in it that anybody could come by and just take what they want and, you know, keep moving. So he goes down the block doing this to everybody's yard. So he creates fresh fruits and vegetables for his community. The city decided to screw with him, and they went back and forth like, hey, man, if I have to maintain it, I get to maintain it my way. And, you know, he ended up winning. But yeah, he went back and forth with the city for a long time. You know, insane.
It makes no sense. Not costing them a fucking dime.
Yeah, right.
You know, I guess it was the fact that they wasn't getting nothing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it always is. That's what it always
They always
is.
got their hand. They always got their hand in somebody's pocket. And he was like, dude, I'm maintaining it. You know what I mean? I'm supplying the fertilizer, and I'm making sure that it's, you know, watered, and I'm producing this, you know, produce and fruits for the community.
But you're against
for anybody, no charge.
You're against corporate interests. Now, one thing that he pointed out in his talk was how unhealthy his community was, and just think about
food deserts. Yeah,
the number of people that are on dialysis, you know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, you know, just from a poor diet, just because of location of where they're at.
Yes.
Pharmaceutical companies make a ton of money off black people. Well, I'm sorry, not just to say black people, but poor people. Health insurance industries make a ton of money off poor people.
Yeah. Insurance companies.
And then when they come in and they give these bullshit citations, you know, person can't afford to take off work or go to court, or they're afraid of going to jail because they can't afford a lawyer, you know, so they skip court. Next thing you know, there's a warrant out for their arrest. The corporation city makes more money when you come into court and pay all those fines, and, you know, keeps the ball rolling. So you're against corporate interests by helping your community. They really try to screw you out of every opportunity to help yourself.
There you go, man.
Pull yourself up.
Right.
Pull yourself up.
By your own fucking bootstraps.
Yeah, by your own bootstraps. But you know,
you got a guy doing, you know, honorable work, you know, just
honorable,
taking care of the community. Just, you know, take what you need. You know what
how
I mean?
can you treat this woman any different than a lemonade stand? You know, you don't see cops kicking over kids' tables and, you know, pouring out the lemonade like it's a prohibition, you know.
Remember up here, you had the Karen that was talking about the little black girl couldn't sell lemonade. Did she have a permit? The brothers couldn't have a barbecue out in Oakland. Did they have a permit? You know, it's always the same motherfucking people. Do you have a permit? Do you have a permit to mind your fucking business? How about that?
Yeah, amen. You know, we come from a place where ass whippings are usually free. You know, watch how you talk to stressed out folks.
Right. You better let that motherfucker make them baby backs.
Seriously.
For real.
Seriously. He had them marinating for about 2 days.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead. You better go ahead and let him put them on that heat.
Talking about you got
like I boiled them, but I ain't boiled them ribs. Oh God, man!
That's the cheat code for tender ribs, motherfucker.
But it's just amazing how bad people of our income are victimized. You know, by corporate interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, from where we work, where we live, where we shop, and hell, what we eat.
Yep.
They got their fingers in every single aspect of it. You know, they want a hand in it. Like, you're gonna live over here right around the corner from a Jack in the Box. You know, we're gonna put this power plant right here too, as well. And also this waste treatment center. Yeah, we put that over there too. You know. And we're gonna keep all these, you know, that's a clear indicator that you're not in the hood no more, as if you got a Whole Foods by your house.
Right.
And you're gonna pay $1.5 million for a 2-bedroom.
For a studio.
Yeah.
I heard something pretty interesting on a podcast earlier this week, and it talked about how Sam Walton made his money with Walmart, and it wasn't just in particular with the Walmart store itself, but he would look at the cheapest plots of land around the city, buy a huge piece of land, build a Walmart there, and then other chains would come in on the other properties and he would sell the property to them. Now just think of how many times you go to a Walmart, you always see the same fucking places, you know?
Hey man, that's what it is. It's cookie cutter.
Yeah. And now you have,
there's a Walmart / Sam's / what 99-cent store / whatever else, all in the same
now
spot.
you have cheap, disgusting vegetables with no nutrients in them and Chinese goods, right next to a Popeye's chicken and a Burger King and a dollar menu for every fucking nasty ass, you know, heart disease sandwich that you could find.
It's crazy how you say that, because you could go to Walmart or whatever and you will, you know, buy an apple or whatever fruit and it has zero taste.
Yeah. It tastes like sugar,
you know
though.
what I mean? And I learned that when I, you know, coming from the Midwest or whatever, I would start to eat the food out of there. I was like, God, this tastes so damn bland. What the hell is wrong?
Right.
I can't taste the tomato.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, damn, this is nasty, but it's what it is. Nothing grows out there. Everything is imported from, you know, Mexico or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but back home, you know, shit, it's around the corner.
Nobody cares about the quality of it. It's all by the pound. So the bigger you can produce something, doesn't matter what it tastes like.
Right.
That's where the value is. So if you have a giant tomato that's just nothing but just juice, they're
no taste
on your ass.
They're making a fortune.
It'll make you want to, you know, get your own little plot of land and start growing your own shit, especially if you know what food's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get this stuff and it's like, God, this is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I applaud you, Tank, when you was overseas, man. You sent me that photo of your garden over there. And I was like, oh my God, he did it. Man, he did it. And I was like, I ain't had a mean green tomato in I don't know how long, man. Why don't you go ahead and, you know, send me some of those?
Yeah, man. It's not hard, man. I mean, I set up a hydroponic garden with trash laying around the fire station and produced a lot of vegetables. Well, fruits and vegetables in a small space. Yeah, I'll have to post a couple of videos of this.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah,
You definitely gonna have to do that because I'm very interested.
Hell yeah.
Because yeah, I know what food tastes like, and this ain't it, man. All right, partner.
Yeah, man.
Gonna bring us on home.
Bring it on home, goddammit.